Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel. So from 22nd August 2026, we are going to see a very interesting planetary combination because Mercury will enter Leo where Sun and Ketu are already transiting. So now we have three very different energies coming together in one sign. Sun represents confidence, authority, ego, identity, and recognition, wherein Mercury represents intelligence, communications, business, calculations, learning, and decision making. And Ketu represents detachment, past life karma, spirituality, confusion, and letting go. But before we start today's video, please do check out my previous August 2026 prediction videos for all the 12 ascendants if you have not watched them yet, because I have already explained the major planetary moments and how this month can impact each ascendant in detail. And if you enjoy my astrology content and find it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me reach more people and motivates me to keep creating more detailed astrology videos for you. Now, coming to today's important transit. So normally whenever Sun and Mercury come together, we talk about Buddha-Aditya combination, which can increase intelligence, communication skills, and analytical ability. But this time, it is not that simple because Ketu is also sitting there and Mercury is also under combustion. So this transit can give brilliant ideas, confidence, and recognition. But at the same time, it can also create confusion around communications, identity, and decision making. And because all of this is happening in Leo sign, the sign of individuality and self expression, so many people may start asking themselves, who am I actually trying to become? Am I doing this because I genuinely want it or because I want validation? So some people may feel more confident externally while internally they are questioning their direction. Now the result will be very different for every ascendant because Leo falls in different houses for everyone. So now let us understand the impact for all the 12 ascendants. So now let's talk about for Aries ascendant. So for Aries ascendant, this conjunction will happen in your 5th house. The 5th house mainly represents creativity, educations, intelligence, children, romance, speculations, and self-expression. And Sun is also the lord of the 5th house and will be sitting in its own house. So creativity can become very strong during this period. If you are a content creator, teacher, artist, writer, or someone involved in social media, then you may suddenly get some very strong ideas. You may feel, I need to create something of my own now. But Ketu can create a strange contradiction. You may want recognition, but at the same time, you may stop caring about people's approval. In relationships, especially romantic relationships, you may start questioning whether the emotional connection is actually there, and avoid unnecessary risk in speculation or investments. Your lesson during this transit is create something you genuinely enjoy creating, not only because you want applause. Now let's talk about for Taurus ascendant. So for Taurus ascendant, this conjunction will take place in your 4th house. And the 4th house mainly represents property, mother, vehicles, comfort, and emotional peace. So Sun rules this house for Taurus ascendant. So home and family matters can become important. You may think about moving house, renovating your home, buying property, or dealing with property related paperwork. There may also be conversation related to vehicles or family responsibilities. But because Mercury is combust and Ketu is also involved here, so please double check paperwork. Miscommunication inside the family is also possible. You may have everything around you looking comfortable, but internally you may still feel unsettled. So be patient while communicating with your mother or family members and avoid making an emotional property decision in a hurry. Now let's talk about for Gemini ascendant. So for Gemini ascendant, this transit is particularly important for you because Mercury is your ascendant lord. And this conjunction will happen in your 3rd house. So the 3rd house mainly represents communication, courage, writing, social media, marketing skills, siblings, and short distance travel. So this can be a very productive period for content creators. Your communication style may completely change. You may start learning a new skill, creating content, writing, marketing yourself, or becoming more active on social media. Business and networking can also improve. But there is one warning. You may speak first and think later. Because Mercury is combust and Ketu is involved, so message can easily be misunderstood. Emails, texts, or conversations can create combustion. There may also be misunderstandings with siblings. So your rule for this transit should be think, pause, and then communicate. Now let's talk about for Cancer ascendant. So for Cancer ascendant, this transit will happen in your 2nd house. And the second house mainly represents money, savings, family, speech, food habits, and personal values. So, Sun is also your second lord and will be in your own house. So, finances can become an important theme. You may make decisions related to saving, investments, incomes, or family finances. There can also be important decisions inside the family. But Ketu can create emotional detachment from certain family patterns. You may suddenly realize, I don't want to continue this family pattern anymore. So your speech needs special attention. And Sun and Mercury can make you confident while speaking, but Ketu can remove the filter. You may say something very directly and later think, why did I say that? Also, double check financial documents and transactions because money decisions should come from clarity, not impulse. Now, let's talk about for Leo ascendant. Now, Leo ascendant is extremely important because this entire conjunction is happening in your first house, your Lagna. So, Sun is your ascendant lord and will be sitting in its own house. Externally, your personality can appear very strong. Confidence can increase, visibility can increase, people may notice you more, you may receive leadership opportunities or greater responsibilities. But internally, something very different may happen because Ketu is also transiting your Lagna. You may start questioning your identity. Why am I doing this? Do I actually want this recognition? Is this really who I am? Or is this simply the image I created for other people? Mercury can make you analyze yourself even more. Overthinking can increase because Mercury is combust. So, this period may feel like an identity reset. Do not force yourself to remain the person you were 6 months ago. Now, let's talk about for Virgo ascendant. So, for Virgo ascendant, Mercury is extremely important for you because it rules your first house and the 10th house. And now Mercury is entering your 12th house. So, the 12th house mainly represents foreign lands, expansions, isolation, sleep, spirituality, hospitals, and behind the scenes work. So, career and identity may become connected to foreign countries or remote work. Some Virgo natives may receive opportunities connected with foreign clients, international companies, or working behind the scenes. At the same time, expenses may increase. Sleep can also become disturbed because your mind may remain very active. You may lie in bed analyzing every possible scenario. Because Ketu in the 12th house can increase spirituality and the need of solitude. You may simply not feel like socializing. This is not necessarily negative. Sometimes you need some distance in order to understand what you actually want. Just make sure that solitude does not become excessive overthinking. Now let's talk about for Libra ascendant. So for Libra ascendant, this conjunction is happening in your 11th house. So the 11th house mainly represents your gain, income, networking, social circles, elder siblings, and fulfillment of desires. So Sun is also your 11th lord and will be in its own house. So this can create opportunities for gains. You can connect with influential people. Networking or social media can bring opportunities. A goal that you have been working towards may suddenly start moving forward. Mercury can bring opportunities through learning, networking, communication, or foreign connections. But Ketu will start filtering your social circle. You may suddenly stop talking to certain people. Some friendship may start feeling meaningless. You may realize, I know so many people, but how many of them are actually my people? Income can increase, but satisfaction may still feel strange. Your lesson is focus on the quality of your connections, not the quantity. Now let's talk about for Scorpio ascendant. So for Scorpio ascendant, this conjunction is happening in your 10th house of career. And Sun is your 10th lord, sitting in its own house of Leo. So career becomes one of the strongest themes during this transit. You may receive recognition, greater responsibility, leadership opportunities, or attention from senior people. Your work can become more visible. But Ketu creates an interesting situation. Externally, everything may look good, but internally, you may start asking, why am I no longer interested in this career? Some Scorpio natives may seriously rethink their professional direction. Office policies should also be handled carefully. Avoid saying something impulsively to your boss or senior person. And Mercury can improve your communication, but combustion can create misunderstanding. Protect your professional reputation. If a new career opportunity comes, do not decide from ego. Decide strategically. Now let's talk about for Sagittarius ascendant. So for Sagittarius ascendant, this transit will happen in your 9th house. And the 9th house mainly represents luck, father, gurus, higher education, spirituality, long distance travel, and your belief system. And Sun is your 9th lord and will be sitting in its own house. So this can be a very powerful period for learning and direction. You may receive guidance from your mentors. Travel opportunities can come. Some people may begin a course, certification, or higher education program. So career decision connected with your long-term future can also come up. But Ketu can make you question your belief. Something that you strongly believed for years may suddenly stop making sense. You may question a teacher, guru, or philosophy. There may also be differences of opinions with your father. But this is not necessarily negative. Use your own judgment. Now let's talk about for Capricorn Ascendant. For Capricorn Ascendant, this conjunctions is happening in your 8th house. And please do not immediately become afraid when you hear the 8th house. Because the 8th house is not only about difficulties. It mainly represents transformations, research, hidden knowledge, joint finances, inheritance, secret, astrology, psychology, and the occult. So for astrologer, researchers, or people working with hidden information, this can be actually a very interesting period. You may become more curious about astrology, psychology, spirituality, or deeper subjects. Hidden information can come to the surface. Joint finances, tax, insurance, inheritance, or your spouse finances may require attention. And Ketu can suddenly reveal something you were not expecting. So this transit may change your thinking very deeply. Now let's talk about for Aquarius Ascendant. So for Aquarius Ascendant, this conjunction will happen in your 7th house. And the 7th house mainly represents marriage, relationship, partnership, clients, and business partnerships. And Sun is also your 7th lord. So relationships become highly activated. If you are married or in a relationship, conjunction becomes extremely important. You or your partner may become more direct. But Ketu can create emotional distance. You may start asking, are we actually connected emotionally or are we simply continuing this relationship out of habit? In business partnerships, discussion related to contract, responsibilities, or expectations may happen. Mercury can increase client interactions. However, because Mercury is combust, read contracts carefully and avoid making assumptions. Singles may also attract someone confident or noticeable, but take time before deciding where the connection is going. And this is a very important period to understand partnership. Now let's talk about for Pisces Ascendant. So for Pisces Ascendant, this conjunction will happen in your 6th house. And the 6th house mainly represents your job, competition, daily routine, debts, disputes, health, and enemies. So this transit can make your work environment very active. You may have more responsibilities. Competition can increase, but you may also become more capable of handling difficult situations. Sun rules your 6th house and will be in your own house. So you can become stronger when dealing with competition. Mercury can also help with problem solving and work related communication. But Ketu may make you feel detached from your routine. You may suddenly think, why am I working this hard for something I don't even enjoy? Office misunderstanding should be handled carefully. So avoid unnecessary arguments with colleagues. Also pay attention to your daily routine, stress, and sleep. So this transit can help you defeat competitions, but only if you stay disciplined instead of becoming mentally scattered. So overall, this Sun-Mercury-Ketu conjunction in Leo from 22nd August 2026 is not simply a positive or a negative transit. It is a transit of clarity through confusion. And if you want a personalized astrology consultation based on your birth chart, you can contact me through the details given in the description box. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Namaste. Thank you.